In this video, I'm taking a brief look at Moves Magazine number 67, and you'll see the title is East Front, War in Russia, 1941 to 1945. So this came out in January of 1992. Well, that's the date on it. And this lead article is called Wooden Tanks and Iron Markers, a review of East Front. And so this is talking about, I believe this is Columbia Games East Front, which is a block game, and you can see there's a picture of it there, a color picture put in this article. And this review, interestingly, was done by Alan Emmerich, a great ambassador for the hobby. So it's a good read, simply from the vantage point that he wrote it, and it's quite interesting. He also has a number of period pictures that are posted in here too, and a lot of the details about how the game plays. It's worth a look if you know, I don't play block games, and I've never played this one. So, but it's an interesting article for interest of the hobby. And then there's another article called Knocking the Other Guy's Blocks Off. This is a replay of the same game, a replay by Gary Smith and Alan Emmerich. So it's kind of a fun read. So I enjoyed reading the article, even though I've never played this game. And there's a lot of in-person commentary because it is a face-to-face playthrough of the game. So it's quite a long article that covers this. Then on page 21, there is an article called Replay of the Bulge. And this is a replay for beginners. And it's talking about the Avalon Hill Game Company's Battle of the Bulge Smithsonian Institute series, published in 1991. That is the version I actually have. It's an oversized box a little bit, and it's red. It's a very bright red, and I played that game a long time ago, and I ended up purchasing a copy of it just for nostalgia. But there's a 6-turn replay here. They do have like one picture, because now with the progress of the internet, you can have replays that have multiple digital pictures, and when I present them in my videos on YouTube, we have a raft of pictures now compared to back in 1992. So interesting article there. There isn't another article here on a game called High Ground. It's not my thing at all, so I really didn't take a look at it. I don't know anything about that game, but there is some content on it. There's another article called England's Finest Hour, and this is a game from TSR called Battle of Britain, and I know this has been popular with some. And this article kind of goes through some of the details of the game and puts on, what's being represented in here, and it also has details on the Luftwaffe strategies in this game, as well as the RAF strategies. So if you play that game, this is an interesting one to take a look at. There's a section on the art of computer games, which I have absolutely no interest personally in, but they do cover some of them. And again, in the variants, I don't have a whole lot that I'm interested in here, other than the fact that, again, there is a variant rules and additional errata for Trajan, the Roman campaign in the East. So there's another article supporting S&T number 145 on the Ancient War series with the game Trajan, and it has some additional rules, optional rules or adjustments if you want to make the game have even more flavor than what was allowed in that rule book. And among other things, it has a couple of tables that could be photocopied. One of them is the Parthian succession table. So which goes along with the idea of like who is in charge if a certain political event comes up. And then the other chart is Standard Stratagems summary chart. So it tells you like how it can be used, as well as does it need to be played, when can it be played, what phase can they be played in. So, it's probably a good player aid addition to have. But that pretty much covers what I got out of Moves number 67. So again, thank you for watching. If you've read any of these articles or played these games, feel free to leave a comment. And I hope you have a great day.